Hi and welcome to the channel and welcome to Prom Pong. This is my neighborhood in Bangkok and I want to use this video to show you around, show you the sights and tell you about some of the places I like to eat and drink. So Prom Pong is on the BTS line, the Sukhumvit line. It's very accessible from other parts of the city and it's convenient for me because this is where my office is, and therefore when I moved to Thailand I chose to live close to work because I didn't want to commute. So let's show you around. Over on the left we have the M Sphere Mall, and then this is the M Quartier Mall right next to the station. And there's the Emporium on the left. So all three are known as the M District. Yes, they're well known for having large luxury shops, lots of places to eat, and obviously very popular. But I want to show you more in this video. I want to show you where you can also walk around the neighborhood, see things in the different areas, and get a feel for what it's like to live and to work or to visit Prom Prong as a neighborhood. So Sukhumvit Road runs right under the BTS and right through the heart of the neighborhood. It can be a blessing, it can be a proverbial. Sukhumvit Road can get very, very busy. And as you can see here, we have luxury stores like Louis Vuitton, Cartier, and others, Tiffany's, Dior, right next to the road and right next to what things that you'll find elsewhere in Thailand on the street. And please, if you come here, don't try and cross the road at street level. It really isn't worth the risk. So just literally next to the mall, street food. What could be more Thailand than this? And this is classic. At the end of every street in the neighborhood, you'll see a motorbike taxi rank. So you walk in, the first one available, jump on the back and ride down to your final destination. It gets very dark under the BTS. So here we have the M Quartier Mall. Let's go, and yes, it's November the 24th when recording. So Christmas has arrived in Thailand. I'm always happy when I see Christmas decorations because it means finally the rainy season is over and the people who run the malls are confident that the Christmas decorations are not going to get washed away in another downpour. So here we have a nice pan around. You can see the Emporium on the other side of the road, on the other side of the station concourse. And then some of the new buildings. So that UOB Tower, it's a regional bank, has just opened. Lots of offices, hotels and apartments in the area. This is inside the concourse of M Quartier. They have this very interesting design of different sectors all built, connected with bridges. Some of them are indoors, some of them are outdoors. And if you look up there, you'll see my office. This is the other way. I'm very lucky to work on top of the shopping centre, which means that it's convenient, so convenient, and I live very close by. So they, in this courtyard, they regularly have markets, they have small concerts, they have all sorts of events. It's a really, really attractive place to come spend some time. Right, this is my favorite coffee shop in Bangkok, Arabica. And right at this time when I recorded this, look at that, no one there, perfect. Gets very busy. So let's go inside. This is the food end of the mall. Gourmet Market is a premium supermarket. Maybe if you were from the UK, it might be like Selfridges food hall prices. Certainly not the cheaper end of the market. Outside we have lots of interesting cake shops, ice cream and other food stalls. Very busy at lunchtime, always good to wander around and see what's available. Gourmet is good for fresh fruit, but be careful you don't buy a very expensive imported Japanese apple for $100. Okay, so we have sushi, we have all sorts of different things available every day. Very convenient and really good quality in this particular food court where you just pick up and go. Or alternatively, you could go outside on the street and buy some fruit from this lovely little stall, been there for years, right next to the road. And right on time, there's a tuk-tuk. What a cliche. Okay, next to the mall is this fantastic Japanese restaurant. I have lunch here a lot with my work team, and you see there's a lady outside selling lottery tickets. Even more fortunate. Maybe I should have bought one from her on that day. Now, down on Sukhumvit 39, so each of the side streets has a numeric number. They go in sequence, odds on one, evens on the other side of the main road. This soy has some nice options to eat, including this place, Sani's, very popular, certainly with the Instagram crowd. It's beautiful inside. It's a Japanese Western hybrid brunch place. And then at the end of the soy is this amazing second-hand buy and sell store. There's a lot of Japanese influences. It's called Tokyojo. There's a lot of Japanese influence in the neighborhood, and this is certainly a welcome import. And of course, being a side street in Bangkok, you've always got 7 nearby. And if you haven't had a 7-Eleven cheese toastie, you've not lived yet. Believe me. And then right next to is where some of the condos are. You can see the towers going up. And this one, very visible across the city. Looking back the other way. There's always street food available. And we have Lawson, which is another Japanese version of 7. And that's back down to the main road at the bottom. You can see the SkyTrain running along above the road, the concrete tracks. And there's the UOB tower again. A bit further along, Soi 41 is Miracle Mall, which is really helpful. Best part of it is this outdoor plant shop on the wall of the car park. We'll get a bit closer to it in a second. I bought lots of plants here on my balcony of my apartment and as presents. Always very convenient and very friendly service. And here comes a typical Grab driver on the pavement. Yep. Couldn't be bothered to go around the road the proper way, so they're taking a shortcut. So the pavements are very wide in this part of Bangkok, and you'll see that on the main road there's not too many obstructions, which means you get lots of people on bikes on the pavement. Across the street is Soi 26, and underneath the tower just to the left is one of my favourite Japanese snack and beer halls, Ebisu Shoten. Fantastic place, really enjoy it, very good value. And there's some really old buildings on the road, as you can see here. Parts of Sukhumvit Road have been redeveloped, and a lot of it is still very much from the 60s. But it's also quite green. Around the SkyTrain pillars there's lots of plants and even some trees, as you can see here on the side of the road. Okay, so we're back outside Emporium and Courtier on the walkway above the main road below the SkyTrain tracks. Christmas is spreading out, as you can see, and we'll be heading down towards Sukhumvit 33 along. There's a main walkway there behind all that greenery. It only opened a year ago, and it was never as green as that then. It's really come on. So now we're here on Sukhumvit 33/1. Now, /1 means it's the little side street of 33. It's numeric, kind of. And here's the Robin Hood. This is a pub I came to first time over 20 years ago when I first moved into Asia. This area is full of Japanese and Western restaurants and bars, basically. It's a mishmash. It's very interesting, and there's a famous karaoke place there, Woodball. Serious hardcore karaoke. On the other side of the road, lots of massage shops, and then the Laughing Tiger, one I recommend. So if you're in the area, Laughing Tiger is a nice bar. And there's another English bar, and then next to it is Custard Nakamura. You see the people outside. This is really good Japanese patisserie, very popular with my work team. And Breakfast Story, very good for hangovers. Above a bar called Hair of a Dog, which is quite appropriate. You have to walk in and climb up, but it's definitely the best place for bacon and eggs in the neighborhood. And you can see even more Japanese influence there as a second-hand bookshop. So coming around the back of 33-1, there's even more restaurants and cafes. They change quite regularly, but Villa Market has been in this location for since 1974, I think. It's the place where you go and buy all the imported foods that you need, and it's open 24 hours, perfect for drunk shopping on chocolates. But again, it's imported. Prices are not quite what they are in their original countries. So moving on a bit further, we're on Sukhumvit 31 now. This is a street that's just off the main road, lots of wires, but interesting building design. That's sticking out there is the Indian restaurant at the Holiday Inn, very good. So Sukhumvit 31 has hotels and lots of restaurants, and I'm going to show you some of them now. Mention some of the ones that I enjoy spending time in. Isao, fantastic sushi, very good, long. They have a caterpillar style sushi roll. Not eaten at these ones yet, but you know, these streets have everything for every budget. They also have some houses tucked away, like this one here is in between the condos on the side of the road. Very old house, not yet developed. Probably won't be. Mobile vegetable shop, always convenient. And this is Chu. So Chu is famous for being a breakfast place, a brunch place, and for their chocolate and cakes. Lovely house, converted into a restaurant. They moved in here recently. At Ministry of Crab for Sri Lankan style crab curry, very good. And then there's a Wine Connection. Now Wine Connection is a chain, they're all over the country. If you in the need for something to eat and that's the only thing available, go, because they're quite good. They sell wine at a good price. Appia, lovely, Italian, very good. And then next to it is Kenny's, which is more of a fast food joint. Not tried it yet. So this place, there's a spa upstairs, Unimoto, and then downstairs is Luca Day and Night, which is a cafe during the day and more of a funky restaurant at night. And then finally Holy Bakery. That's Holey. It's the epiphany of sourdough, fantastic sandwiches, nice cakes. Very popular with delivery, which is why there's loads of bike riders waiting to pick up orders outside. And then at the side of the soy, you move on to this Pepina, which we've had great pizzas in here. Very, 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 very good place. And then there's a whole complex of coming along this street here of different restaurants and cafes. And I want to try this one for barbecue pork, Chinese style. And just around the corner is Conky's. Not the Cannabis Lounge upstairs, the bakery downstairs, very good again. But get there early in the day because they sell out. So this is a nice little food area just off the back of 31. Now, everywhere, I'm on 33, but everywhere you see in Thailand now is cannabis shops. I just decided to pick one of the many that I've walked past filming this. And here's, if you're interested, here's some land for development, and that whole tower, abandoned, is for sale, according to the sign outside. I can see it from work, and those trees are growing everywhere they can. Yep, hotel for sale. I have no idea on the price. This is Soi 33. It's a little more, yeah, there's 7-Eleven, massage shops, maybe certain, not somewhere I'd recommend spending a lot of time, but this tattoo shop did look interesting because of the tigers. It does have a nice coffee place called Bottomless over there. I've been there once, in very, very new. And as you can see, we're coming back down to Sukhumvit Road at the end of Soi 33. This is a restaurant I want to go back and have a look at. Nice building in a garden on 33. It's called North. It's Lanna style cuisine from northern Thailand. And then down the very far end of this alleyway off 33 is a bar called Propaganda. A friend of mine runs it. If you're interested in a quiet, out of the way place to have a drink, I recommend it. It's just opposite this Tibetan restaurant, which I also haven't been to yet, and I look forward to going and trying out.
Thank you.
But finally, at the end of the Soi is this amazing Japanese snack and beer hall. Again, so vibrant and really, really good value. Right on the corner of 33 and Sukhumvit Road. So M-Sphere, the third of the M District malls, opened in December last year and is more of a lifestyle destination. There are retail inside. There's a concert venue, large concert venue up on the top floor, lots of floors of dining, and yeah, it offers a complements to the other malls. And it also includes an entire floor for IKEA, so no more schlepping out to the suburbs for your IKEA purchases. We can get them in town. And there's the usual IKEA restaurant, and of course frozen meatballs available if you need them. So yes, it's Christmas. The mall is going very green. The plants are growing up the sides very quickly, and then there's a whole layer with palm trees. Very good. Different from some of the other designs of concrete boxes that we have around the city. This is inside. This is my favourite part. The ground floor food hall, very good quality, lots of different variety of Asian and Western food. Not that you have to have them all in the same burger at the same time though. And yes, there is a KFC upstairs. But there's one famous resident of Phrom Phong I couldn't have made this video without. Butter Bear. Butter Bear is, well, was, because Mu Deng might have replaced her, but Butter Bear is a very famous character in Southeast Asia now. Is unbelievably popular. When the mall opened, there were people queuing up through the night to come in and buy their Butter Bear merchandise. She makes an appearance every weekend. Fortunately, not when I was there, because the mall gets incredibly crowded with lots of fans wanting their selfies with Butter Bear. And the biscuits taste quite nice as well. So this Christmas market is open in the centre of the mall. I need to go back and have a good rummage around and see what they have. So this is leading back up to the walkway. They have this rather entertaining floor. But it's not all about malls and hotels and restaurants. We're lucky to have a park in the middle of the Phrom Phong neighbourhood, situated between the malls, of course. So this view is from the walkway back towards the BTS station. We'll head back and then down into the park. Over in the distance is a cluster of condos. I'll head down that way later. This is a very popular area. There's also a Hilton, a Hyatt, a Marriott, a Staybridge, a Mercure, and numerous other hotels, very popular with tourists as well as long-term overseas residents. So the park is open from dawn until dusk and is very popular with people running. There's a loop. You can't take a dog in though, so only guide dogs are allowed in Thailand's parks. Very popular for people who want to exercise. Good place to take the kids to play. Exactly what you'd expect from a city park. So across from the park is the Marriott Marquis on Soi 22. It's possibly the largest hotel in terms of number of hotel rooms in Bangkok. Yeah, I recommend it if you're coming to stay in the area. And then that's looking back towards the M-Sphere, and you can see the Tribe bar above IKEA. That's a beach bar on the 6th floor of the tower with a swimming pool sticking out. That's what that concrete shape is. I've been there once or twice. Yep, it's okay. Bit pricey. So there's a free gym in the side of the outdoor gym in the side of the park, and there's a swimming pool as well behind this fence coming up, which you have to apply for membership to use, but is relatively cheap and quite straightforward. And then the park has lots of paths to walk around and some interesting art. It's a nice break in the city, and these palm trees, of course, they're my favourite type. Always nice to see them. Yeah, it's well maintained, well looked after. There's sports courts, tennis, basketball, and other sports. There's even a skateboard park, and it's very popular, but not in the middle of the day. It's too hot in the middle of the day to walk and do exercise, so early morning, late evening is very popular. And there's a nice view there back across towards the M Quartier neighborhood. So if you move to the area or you're on holiday in the area, this is a good place to go for a walk. Certainly much safer than walking on some of the streets. And if you look carefully, you may even see, as we have here, some bananas growing in the park. So coming out, you then come to Soi 24. This is Veganery. It's a vegan restaurant. It's amazing. I regularly eat here. I recommend it if you are vegan or not. Very interesting curries and other food. And across the street is the World Fellowship of Buddhist headquarters. Now, Soi 24 is very popular with Japanese people. A lot of people live here. And we have a Japanese supermarket, Fuji Super. And there's a Japanese coffee shops and restaurants, even an onsen. Or you could just buy a coconut on the side of the road. These guys do a raging business. It's very popular. I left the camera running here because I wanted you to see just how busy the roads get and how terrible the road surface is at this point. This is on a Saturday afternoon in peak times. It is solid back to back in both directions. That's a tuk-tuk for one of the hotels running people up the road, and here comes another one from one of the condos dropping people off at the BTS stations and the malls. It's a cut-through road. There's always bikes, cars, taxis, trucks constantly, and you can see there are lots of apartments. So 24 is well known for having a high number of hotels and apartments, very popular with foreigners, and a convenient place to live if you work in the Sukhumvit area. Right, this is the famous Starbucks right at the end of 24. The style of the building is supposedly European. You can see there's a fake telephone box and sign outside. Lots of people have pictures here, graduations, portraits, even seen brides and grooms on their wedding day having their pictures taken here. Good for them if that's what they enjoy. Apparently it looks like you might have been in Europe when you had the picture taken, but, well, I think everyone knows it's in Bangkok. And then this Lebanese restaurant, hopefully it's going to reopen soon. It's been under renovation for a number of years. Looking forward to dining there again. And then here, let's head back up 24 towards the BTS station. So yep, easy enough to get to the neighbourhood, easy enough to get out of it on the BTS as well. Once you're on the platform, some of the major stations now have got convenience stores on the concourse, or you can get your nails, or you can get a skin peel done, all within the concourse area. So taking a last look around the neighbourhood from the platform level above, we've got the new UOB tower, the Mercure, the Ibis, and then looking down here along Sukhumvit Road towards Tonglo, Ekamai, further out of the city. And then over here we have more apartments and office buildings, and this one with a pointy top. And there's looking the other way, hotels, the Emporium, and the office building on top of the Encourtian Wall. So there you go, that's the Prong Prong area. I hope I've given you some insights. If you're coming to visit, if you're coming to work here, please do consider liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. I do an update each week. This is the first time I've ever done a video with a voiceover, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks very much. Bye.